Landon, what's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Another day. Oh, there he is. I was about to say I can't even see you, but there he is, the man, the
I
myth, the
turned it on.
legend. What's going on, dude? I see you got that Clark Kent look going on, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I started wearing glasses when I was in high school, and it just goes straight down from there.
I gotcha. What state are you calling me from?
Springfield, Missouri.
Missouri. Okay, we're not too far, man. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, right on.
We just took a big L last night. If you watched the Huskers game, man.
Yeah, I'm a Sooners fan, so
Okay, so you care less about all that.
that hopefully they have a good season with everything that's going on with them going to like the Big Ten or no SEC actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge
It
adjustment,
is. I just don't think they're going to be able to play well. Because
man. The SEC is a whole other animal.
it's stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked league.
When you watch the SEC game, there's rarely like a whack game. Like, you go to other colleges or playing a team you never heard of.
Yep.
Man, like when you watch the SEC, you're seeing like Georgia and Alabama. You're seeing these guys playing like their first games are
Hmm.
like top 10 people they're playing against.
Yep. Well, they play Bama this year.
Oh,
It's
it's
gonna be a
going
rough game. It's gonna be a rough game.
for sure, man. So cool. Today's call is all about you, man. I just want to get a better indication on who you are, what you're about, and why we're choosing
Mhm.
online. I'm going to provide you some resources. We're going to get you there to your goals. Any
Um,
questions before we dive in?
nope. Just ready to learn.
All right, man, let's do it. So tell me, like, what are we currently doing? What do you do full time?
So full time, I am a assistant store manager at the Vitamin Shop here in
Okay.
Springfield.
And how long you been doing that?
Well, I actually only since July because I switched job fields. I was wanting to be in the business world through Best Buy, and I thought that was my way to, go up, move up in the company. And I mean, with anything like multi-million dollar companies like that, they always have management restructures. So I actually got let go from that job and got severance from it.
Okay, I got you.
Struggled with, finding a job, and I knew I wanted to do something, whether that was vitamins, bodybuilding, whatever. So that is my day job. That's what I do.
I got you.
Okay.
So previously it was Best Buy.
Mhm.
Best Buy had some management restructuring. They're like, okay, we're going to change things out. You pack your bags, and then
Yep, pretty much.
between you packing your bags, then you getting started in July. How much time off did you have?
Um, I had about almost 2 or 3 weeks. I think my first day was July 3rd of my new job, and the last
Okay.
pay from Best Buy was June 16th.
Okay, so you found something relatively quick, which is great, right?
Yes, it was a struggle for sure. So, and that was another thing too. I was going through a bodybuilding prep. I was about 4 weeks out, and I don't know if you know anything about bodybuilding. I'm sure you do a little bit, but when you're that depleted and stuff, it's really hard to mentally stay focused and like put 100% of your effort into your workouts and stuff like that. And like, dude, I couldn't do it. So
Yeah.
I had to call my bodybuilding prep quits about 4 weeks out.
Yep. I
Really,
know.
and that really sucked for me.
I know all about it, man. I'm actually a men's IPE pro, so I got my pro card in men's natural
Oh,
bodybuilding. Yeah,
right on.
back a long time ago, man.
That's
2017.
awesome.
Yeah, so that was a while ago, man. So I
Mhm.
know the ins and outs of it. So cool, man.
Awesome.
So we're at the vitamin shop. Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we hate it? What are we feeling?
I mean, we're a smaller store, and I will say my work-life balance is so much better. Like I've been with my girlfriend for about 3 years now, and I plan on proposing. So
Let's go.
the goal with that is I wanted to find a work-life balance for me to spend more time with her, and with this job, I have that. I do work decently good hours. Like obviously, I work about 40 as the ASM,
Okay.
and I think like the latest I ever get off is 7:15, which is at Best Buy it was like 9 or 10. So
Yeah.
it's a huge difference. 3 hours makes a lot of difference as far as time with somebody.
Yeah. 100%.
It can be busy, but there's also days where it's just not busy. Like it's
Right.
it's nobody comes in, or we get like maybe a few people every hour.
I gotcha. Okay.
It has its perks, but it's also like one of those things that I am doing until I can hopefully find something different. That's why I kind of saw this and I like the idea of taking a chance on myself
Yeah.
because I knew I always wanted to do something with training. I didn't know if it was going to be online training, in person training, something with, you know, prepping clients, coaching lifestyle, or just even nutrition as far as that goes. I knew I wanted to do something with that because my goal was when I was like in college was to be a teacher and a baseball coach.
Okay.
And in Missouri, you don't make nothing.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. So we're using the vitamin shops just as a stepping stone to get to where we really want to be at. We
Mm-hmm.
can really, combine all these things like your love for teaching and wanting to help individuals through
Yep.
your passion of bodybuilding, weightlifting, nutrition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as if you're trying to debate whether you want to be in person or online, I've been a master level trainer for 15 years. So I would tell you, if you're going to go the in-person route, you're going to spend roughly 6 to 12 months just trying to get some consistent clientele. And the
Yeah.
average in-person trainer makes about 40 to 50K a year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're, and then you're also spending a lot more time in the gym to
Yeah.
build up clientele. Now, if you go
Mm-hmm.
online, the average individual who goes through our course as an online coach is making 77K a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're working less hours, we're being more efficient, we have that more work-life balance, right? And you can
Yeah,
kind of dictate the hours, you're not stuck in one position.
for
Does
sure.
that sound like something that you're trying to do? Are you trying to do hybrid style or you're doing like a little bit of both?
Um, I would like the idea of being online training that, like you had said, being able to like, for instance, I know like for me, I still do weekly check-ins. I know that's like a big thing with a lot of clients. So I know like that's a given for sure when it comes to that stuff. But I like the idea of doing online training.
I got you. As
And
far
prepping.
as financial goals, what are we currently making as an assistant manager?
Right now I make about $19 an hour. So
Okay.
it's roughly 1300 every 2 weeks.
Okay. So roughly about 2,600 a month.
Yeah, unless we bonus, then it could be. I don't know what that looks like yet. We're supposed to get a bonus next week. So I don't know what that bonus like is like for me. This would be our first one if you get it. I would say it's like a few extra hundred. Then again, I don't know that.
So 20, we'll just say 2,600 to 3K.
Mhm.
So for you to be able to go full time, what are we looking to make, initially just to make this a full time thing?
5 to 10K at least for me to call it quits on my 9 to 5 and be financially stable and be able to pay my bills and stuff like that. That's the main thing for me because I love vitamin shop. I like we get a bunch of old people that come in there and they love just looking for vitamins. They love talking shop. Like I love that stuff. But I also like not the idea of being able to help people through the computer, through their Zoom calls, check-ins, nutrition, all that stuff. I like being able to have um, the challenge to help somebody achieve their goals, achieve their what they used to have and what they need to have now. I like having that idea, and I feel like I would want to do that full time for sure, and get out of a storefront like that or business.
Yeah, initially we can do this again as a small transition, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can like entice people to want to come into you to, get, supplementation and the right and set up for success there. But we can also get people wanting to actually sign up for like coaching and programming as well. So we could
Exactly.
use your storefront as like an in-person like assessment place where they can like get to meet the coach, which would be pretty cool for people that are local. Obviously, if they're not local, we just expand it. And we're able to help anyone from across the country, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So 5 to 10K. Give you some clarification on that. Industry averages for online coaching is anywhere between 250 to 500 per month. So low end 250, upper end 500. Let's just say you're charged on average 400 bucks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you had 15 clients, that gets you 6K a month. If you have 25, that gets you 10K.
Yeah.
So 25 clients in a world full of over 8 billion people, pretty realistic, right?
Yeah,
If you
for
really
sure.
prioritize this. Now, I
Mhm.
know that you like the vitamin shop. You mentioned that, and I know that you want to transition out of that. Um, but how do we feel? I know your main goal was financial freedom as well. How are we feeling financially? Do we feel like we're paycheck to paycheck? Do we feel like we're
Oh,
struggling? What's
we're
our
paycheck to paycheck, brother, for sure.
cool? I got you. So, how long have you felt like you've been stuck in that circumstance?
I mean, I don't know what it's like for you still live in Nebraska.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what it's like as far as like gas, whatever, and food wise, but as a bodybuilder, hands down with the food is like how expensive that can be.
Yep.
So I've been like that for I would say 2 years roughly.
Okay.
Because when I was
Now,
at
I know I want to ask you something
Boston,
else. It's like a very personal question because you're about to
yeah.
get engaged. I'm married, so this is a huge deal. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you feel like you want to be that provider for your wife, or you're going to try to, have her marry you when you're, struggling financially? Because a large part of what women want is leadership, someone to protect them and provide for them. Do you
Mhm.
feel like if we sit in the same circumstance, that's going to be ideal for her and you?
I would say if I were to propose right now, I still think that I would be able to do it. Yes, would we not be financially stable, but you have also talked about eloping and having a reception at one point, a different time. She's a real estate agent, so she brings in most of the bread on occasions when it comes to like big commissions that she sells with houses and stuff like that. Like here in the next week or so, she'll have a $4,000 commission close.
Yeah. Are you guys living together?
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool. So, is she aware of like your ambitions, your goals? Have you guys talked about this?
Yeah, we have. We definitely have. As far as the doing this, I told her about it roughly in passing, just because she doesn't. Her biggest thing is she doesn't want me to do it like completely full time right away, which I totally think that's 100%. Yeah. And I told her like, yeah, but the goal with this is to eventually do it full time
Correct.
to
Yep.
transition into it.
You're right. The huge word is transition into it. So we don't expect people to just quit their jobs, right? We
Exactly.
want to start building momentum and then eventually can slowly reduce your hours as you get more and more clients. And then boom, once it's replacing for multiple months in a row, and now you've proven to yourself we have consistent clientele, that's
Mhm.
when we can make a more informed decision and then leave and do what we want to do full time, right?
Exactly.
Cool. I got you. Now, so is she pretty much on board with you wanting to take this endeavor if you're able to do it in a slow transition?
Yes.
Awesome, man. Cool. Outside of the the financials, what is another challenge that you foresee to get this thing up and running the right way, make this more of a reality?
I think it's just having the time to do the courses and put up this things that I need to do to get it finished. Like I said, with the vitamin shop, I do see the courses that we are able to take. I did dive in a little bit to that. What's nice is I can bring my computer on a work day because we don't get a lot of people in. And if I need
Mhm.
to, for instance, finish this last class, take this notes, or like I'm trying to get certified, I need to do this. Like I'm able to do that there, which is nice.
Yeah,
So I'm able to leave, and I don't want to be able to have to like come home and do this every night because when I was in college and I was working as a supervisor at Best Buy, it was basically the every night thing. I would get home about
yeah,
1 o'clock and have to do homework till about 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 in the
yeah. It's
morning.
tough, right?
Time,
If,
and there's
if
no
we can
significant other.
if we can dictate, I'd say 10 to 15 hours a week, you're in a solid spot. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can break that up however you want. Just getting resourceful with your time. So mentioned I was a master level trainer. I was training 40 people a week, 2 to 3 times a week. So I was working from 4:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. How
Yeah.
I got resourceful until I could make that full transition was I was popping in modules on the way to the gym, on the way home when I was doing cardio. Then by the time I got home, I was spending 30 minutes, 45 minutes implementing what I learned. Okay. Do you
Mhm.
feel like you have at least 10 hours a week that we could really implement this?
Yeah.
Cool.
100%. Because, like I said, with work, I don't. I'm when I say that, like very rare people do we get in, especially if it's like not a $1 drink week or anything. If it's at the beginning,
Yeah,
we don't get maybe 10 people in a day roughly. So like I have a lot of time in order for me while I'm at work. And if I need to, sometimes come here and do it for about an hour, I definitely think that it is doable. I can do probably, you know, break it up about 3 to 4 hours a day and get it
that'd
done.
be awesome.
Great.
If you can do 3 to 4 hours a day, you're in a dangerously great spot.
Yeah.
So like I would always take Sundays off from any type of training because that's more of a family day.
Yep.
But I'd wake up before my wife and my kids doing module just so I felt like I was getting some momentum created.
Hmm.
Right. And the rest of the day was, for church and hanging out and doing whatever it is I wanted to do. Right.
Exactly.
But if we can be short-term inconvenience for the next 4 months to surpass or double or triple what you're currently making and be that support system and have that fulfillment, it'd totally be worth it, wouldn't it?
Oh, 100%. 100.
Gotcha. So we're feeling
The weight would
100%
be off the shoulders.
yeah, so we're feeling confident now that we've solved that time management issue. Is that right?
Hmm.
Gotcha. Outside of this, what have we tried? Have we got any certifications? Have we worked any other
Um,
jobs?
mm-mm. No, I haven't really, took the chance on myself to do that. I thought,
Gotcha. So this is first steps.
oh yeah, yeah. These
I
is
gotcha.
I kind of made the decision that like if I want to do this, I need to do it at one point. I need to do it like now because
Yeah.
I can't keep putting it off for the rest of my life because if I do, I'll never do it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad that you said that. The top bodybuilders, top athletes, top entrepreneurs, they take action quickly and they rarely change their mind because they're committed to the process and they see where they want to be. And that's why they take the action.
Mhm.
Average individuals that don't make changes, right? They only take action based upon their circumstances, which means they take much longer, they overthink and they undercommit, right? Which
Mhm.
person at this point of the stage do you feel like you're at?
Um, I feel like I know I am able to work through the process. I feel like I know that I believe in it. I know that it can work. It's just I'm almost there to get to the point where I need to be mentally. Um, but I know I want to do this. I know that I'm fully committed to wanting to do this process and wanting to put in the work because at the end of the day, that's what's going to value me from everybody else who's not wanting to take that first step forward. And I feel like I'm in step one by
I
doing.
gotcha. I like it. What do you feel like you need from a coach? Are we looking for like a step-by-step game plan, accountability, a community, resources? What do we need?
Probably a step by step game plan, just because where do I put this up on social media? Like, do I create a website? Do I set up even another Instagram account aside from my personal? Like, just things like that. Just like to get the ins and outs of. I mean, you've been doing it for a long time, so you know how to get started or and things like that. I feel like if I get the stepping stone of a website or whatever, I get certified. I also am able to put that out there as well to people to see in person or online. I feel like I will have that. I'll have my second step, or I'll have my half step, I guess.
Yeah, we actually offer an optional certification through us. It's
Hmm.
for online coaching, but this is going to be probably when you talk about steps. This is going to be your initial. Like, I want you to get continuing education credits, which is awesome, but I'd rather you focus on the things that's going to get you return investment, right? So you're going to be
Yeah,
able to get
absolutely.
a certification while building out your business and getting clients all in one shot versus
Hmm.
spending 6 to 12 months to get a certification and then come back, right? Because we're just wasting time
Exactly.
efficient. Cool. Outside of that, man, in the next, I'd say 4 to 6 months, where would you like to see yourself differently than where you're currently at?
I would like to consistently be bringing on clients. You know, making enough money to where at that point, I can maybe buy myself a new car. My car's a little beat up right now. Uh, I would like to be able to do more things with my life too. I mean, I'm 23 years old, and I would like to be able to before I get married and have kids. be able to do a little bit of something with my life. And I think this is me doing something with my life right
I
now.
got you. Now, let me ask you this question. It's going to be kind of difficult on a hypothetical. Okay. So we know where you're at. You came to the realization that, fuck, I got to take action. Otherwise, I'm going to be in the same boat over and over. Let's say on a hypothetical, you didn't. You didn't take action. We get back in our comfort zone. We're at the vitamin shop. We're paycheck to paycheck. What does life look like in the next 6 to 12 months if you don't take action?
The stress and anxiety is really high for sure. My workouts won't be good. I won't be able to sleep. Like things that are happening right now. Luckily, I don't know if you've ever heard of On It. They
Yep.
Alpha Brain.
Dude, I had a coworker tell me about it. Is it that good?
Dude. So I'm not taking Alpha Brain currently, but I'm taking like because I struggling with my sleep a lot lately, and it's called New Mood is what it's called. I take
Okay.
2 capsules before I go to bed. It has really good like magnesium levels in it. I kid you not, my brain shuts off and I'm in sleep within 5 to 10 minutes. And
Wow.
weeks ago, it would be a couple of hours, and I would just
Wow.
my mind would just be opening, thinking about multiple things. But I didn't realize that with as much magnesium as there is in that, I knock out.
Wow, that's dope, man. So
It's a
let me
good
let's flip
product.
this question. Let's flip this question. Let's say that you do take action today. You move forward. We're moving the needle. You're hitting 6 to 8 to 10, 12 to 12K a month on a regular basis. What does life look like for you then at 12 months?
I'm probably getting to the point where I put in my 2 weeks, and I get to that point where I'm I'm happy with my work life. I'm actually doing something that I think God is calling me to do, and taking that step to do that. Um, I think I would be in a very happy place. I would be very humble and thankful for that. I don't think I would, you know, blow or waste my chance on it, because there's a lot of people that do this, um, that do get that clientele, do have that money, and they blow it.
Yep.
They get rid of it, and they're completely terrible with their money. They don't know what they're doing, and they're not a good coach. They're just trying to collect a paycheck at the end of the day. That's not what I want
Gotcha.
to change people's lives and
Gotcha.
be the best versions of themselves at the end of the day. Um, and for me to do that, I want to make sure if I'm making that money that I'm hopeful in here about that. Like, hey, am I doing this right? Am I meeting their expectations of what they are wanting me to have and do for them? And I think if I'm doing that, there's not going to be any problems for me in the next
For sure.
months.
I love that, man. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna kind of go over a recap, make sure I have my notes right on point. If we need to add anything, we will. But then from there, we'll dive into all things NLCA. I'm gonna show you the inside of our modules. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna get you your goals and get you out of the circumstance. Is that cool?
Okay. Yep.
All right. So I'm detailed, man. We're 23 years old, out of Missouri, currently a store manager at Vitamin Shop, previously was at Best Buy. Our biggest reason as to why we're on the call is we want a work-life balance. We're about to get engaged to our girl. We want more time, more flexibility, more financial freedom. Right now, we're currently making about 19 per hour, about 2,600 per month. Our goal is to hit 5 to 10K to feel like we're completely financially free. We can walk away confidently. Biggest challenge right now is financials. We're paycheck to paycheck. It was time, but we've narrowed down that we could at least easily get 10 to 20 hours per week and really know where to start. This is our first steps. What we use is a step-by-step game plan, one-on-one guidance and accountability and resources. Next 4 to 6 months, you'd like to have some consistent clientele. Overall, we'd like to be in a better spot confident-wise to where we're almost getting away to walking away from our job, if not fully. If we don't move forward, we know we're going to have more stress, more anxiety. It's going to affect our mental health. It's going to affect our overall well-being. But if we do move forward, we know we can impact more people. We're going to be more happy, more vibrant, living our best life, and being able to do more things, getting that new car, things of that nature. Is that about right?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Cool. I'm going to share my screen. So let me know when you can see this and we'll party.
Yep, I can see it.
All right. So we are the Next Level Coaching Academy. As you know, this is a big deal. We are accredited through the Better Business Bureau, and our rating actually went to an A plus. So we need to actually update this from an A to an A plus. We're also backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So as you know, those are the three biggest certification companies in the world. On the success ladder, you're going to have two tiers. You're going to have the 10K Accelerator. You're going to have Mastery Level Coach. 10K Accelerator is the one we're really going to be focusing on because it's going to be ideal for you. It's great for individuals who are looking to get certified, who want to transition from that 9 to 5, and their goal is to hit from 0 up to 10K per month while creating massive impact. Now, when you're hitting 10K a month on a consistent basis, we can look into, ascending you into mastery level, and that's where we teach you how to lead leaders, become more of that CEO of your own business, so to speak. Okay. Our program is broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to help you do is get you some paying clients. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation by generating leads organically to maximize your overall reach. And we'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass that 10K. On the support side of things, it's going to be second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach, very similar to a prep coach. Okay. This individual's been through both 10K and mastery level. They have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own, built out the information in this course. You'll have a customized game plan to call that individual to review where you're at, where you want to be, the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, one-on-one coaching calls to revisit, make changes, receive feedback, get specific instructions on what you need to execute. And then when you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week and you complete the sales module, we're going to introduce you to another individual, which is going to be your sales coach. This is going to be someone who's going to help you maximize your sales capabilities, close down those closing calls at a 40% clip or greater. We'll have bi-weekly roster group coaching calls accompanied by 5 times weekly group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. So this would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, mindset issues, case studies, you name it, we deep dive into it. Outside of that, bonus bi-weekly group support calls with Chad himself, which is pretty awesome. And then you'll have 24/5 tech support. So you can ask as many questions as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer every single one of them. You mentioned it earlier. We're big on this too. Mental health is crucial for you being successful. We've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. So, becoming a fitness entrepreneur is exciting. It's awesome, but it does get overwhelming at times. So we help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling sessions, just to ensure you're in a good headspace to move forward. Resources, you're going to have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. We'll even provide done-for-you programming, which saves you hours of time if you want to utilize that. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements to your program. And we do also offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition, 77 questions long, got to get an 80% or better, open book, not timed. Once you pass, you get an email sent directly to you. Any questions on all that? All right, this is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. That means we're going to launch your business. You're going to announce to the world who you are, what you're about, and you're going to implement specific strategies we give you to get your first couple clients. Phase 2, set up all your backend systems, make sure you're a fully legal company, identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. First 2 phases will take you about a month, month and a half tops. So one-time setup. The rest of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4. So phase 3, we're going to teach you how to maximize your all 3 social medias, even show you how to utilize podcasts and YouTube. We'll show you how to maximize WhatsApp community chat to get more client engagement, and we'll show you how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4, fine-tuning of everything, maximizing your sales skills, having consistent client delivery systems, but emphasizing the customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on those phases?
Nope, I'm just looking at phase 1 and looking at all these phases that we've got to get to, but it is it's doable. It's possible.
Oh, easy, man. I'm gonna break these down even simpler for you. So this is actually inside of our course. There's going to be a total of 33 modules. Each module will have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so they literally show you step by step what you need to do, 0 guesswork. First step to becoming a full-time coach, we're going to give you 3 different strategies to implement. The cool thing is the resources we provide for you are already done for you, so it makes our time more efficient. 10K Accelerator directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that will help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the course to its fullest capabilities. The success roadmap is going to be a 2-part phase. So your first goal was to eventually get to 5K. So what do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? Then what do we need to do to get to 5 to 10? So very clear resources, expectations there. And then based upon your goals, we want to implement daily and evening routines. We also know that fear of failure, anxiety, imposter syndrome, those are all natural, normal feelings, but we teach you how to move past that to move forward with your overall business. We then interviewed a ton of trainers and coaches, and we identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions behind each and every one of these as well. Now, administration systems and Chat GPT is where things get a little interesting. Have you messed around with Chat GPT yet? So Chat GPT is like Google on steroids. It's like a high-powered virtual assistant. So we're going to show you how to maximize that, make it more efficient for your business. We'll show you how to use it for like creating SOPs, content creation ideas, even streamline it for your like programming for your nutrition and your workouts. Back end things, we're going to show you how to set up Wave and Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls, TrueCoach, Trainerize, upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition, make it more customizable for your clients. Now, every module is going to have what they call a module overview document. So up here to the right, you're going to have all of your videos, okay? Then down here is going to be all your written material. So once you click on this, this will save to your Google Docs. You'll always have access. And as you can see, this literally goes step by step of the entire module. So
of the entire video that's watched.
Yep. So this will cover all the things that are like up here. All the videos. The videos will cover this in a little bit more detail, but this will be the written material that accompanies that. So essentially, if you know how to read and follow instructions, you'll be fine, my man.
Okay, perfect. Because with videos, I have ADD, so it's harder for me to like focus a lot. So if I'm able to look at something that's like written and taken away from that, it helps a lot better.
100%. So this written material literally goes step by step, just like the videos would. Now, to give you some context on the videos, let's pretend that you were setting up Wave for payments. You'll click on this. Check this out. So he's literally telling you what to click, what to type in, what to select. It gets no easier than that. It's like having an open book test in college with the answers circled and highlighted in red. And if you can't find the answer,
I love that. I love those types of tests when I was in college.
Right? Who doesn't? Cool. From there, we're going to move in. We're going to do the same thing here for your financial systems. Okay. So we're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay yourself, when to pay quarterly taxes, business write-offs, business liability insurance, all the business legalities are covered through here. Now, cool thing is, if you're to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. It takes like 2 to 3 hours. So everything is done in a fraction of the time. We're more efficient. Cool. Whoops, went too far ahead. Cool. From there, we move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. So we'll deep dive into your goals. And then from there, we're going to identify your ideal challenge or what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. So is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. The high ticket offer is established upon your overall length of terms. So we'll help with the structure of your pricing and teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable. Any questions on that part?
Nope. A lot of information for sure. It's a bit overwhelming, but that's okay.
So I want you to think about this. Like if you're going to start your own business, there's going to be small, intricate details, right? Yeah. So figuring out business alone is overwhelming, but think about this. You have a checklist, a cheat code of how to do it, right? Exactly. So change your perspective and be like, damn, I get all of this at my disposal. All I have to do is just follow the instructions laid out for me. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. From there, we're going to move into all things social media. So we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 7 to 14 different pieces of content created out of that. So everything's more efficient, more streamlined. And now that we have all that content, we can spread it across all these platforms. So for instance, we want to show you how to set up podcasts in YouTube. We want more people to know who you are, what you're about, and the message that you're trying to convey. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting, very specific strategies and resources on each platform, from hashtag use to page aesthetics to page organization, call to actions, reels, storylines, you name it. We deep dive into every intricate detail to make sure we're getting a lot of engagement. Okay. Content creation made easy. This is just cool editing features. So we're going to introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer. We're going to show you how to get people incentivized to want to click on your page. Really great for page aesthetics and logos and branding. And then from there, we're going to move into the 10K lead generation framework. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people coming to you specifically. So we'll show you strategies and resources to incentivize people to want to reach out to you first. Now, the opposite end of this is what we call conversation to calls. So this is like outbound marketing. This is you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you specific scripts that you can change based upon your tonality. We'll give you conversation and call examples, but more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all three platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships by filtering them through a WhatsApp group. So that way those individuals have time to speak to the people you're already servicing or have serviced, so they have a better indication on who you are, what you're about, and the testimonials that you provide. Any questions on that part so far?
No, sir.
From there, we're going to move into referral strategy. This is the easiest way to grow your business, friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients, talking about how amazing you are. We're going to show you different resources and strategies to incentivize them to give you referrals monthly without you actually having to ask. And then from there, we're going to move into all things sales related. So we're going to teach you how to maximize your sales capabilities, okay, to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is going to be a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call, trying to identify if you really want to work with that individual. If you do, we'll take them to the closing call. So this will be a 45 to 60-minute call. This is where we're trying to lock them down. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you the entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be a game changer. Understanding how to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program, and then try to lock them in. Now, whether you lock them in or not, we want to go back and we want to track all this. So we want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of terms. So we give you our resources to do this efficiently, and so you have predictable data every single month. If you're not tracking what you're bringing in and out, you're doing yourself a disservice. Objection handling is going to be all the excuses someone's going to give to you as to why they can't start your program on the online space. We give you over 30 different examples. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them to want to sign up sooner rather than later. Onboarding, first someone's first 30 days in your program. This will make or break if people want to continue with you. How do we get them resources, build trust, get client engagement, making sure buyer's remorse is low, energy is high. Client deliveries, the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how we deliver services. We show you how to do this more efficiently by utilizing some of the newest software. We also go over what to do if someone's ghosting, if they want to quit, they're not listening. It will happen, happens to all coaches. But how do we handle that if they're already paying for services? Oftentimes, those individuals just want to feel like they're a part of a larger community. So we show you how to set that up. We'll show you how to set up even more individualized touch points, challenges, and incentives to get them to want to execute. And then once they're starting to execute on a consistent basis, we can track their client success metrics and ensure we're delivering world-class results. From there, we're going to move into customer support. How do we deal with cancellations, refund requests? What if someone needs to pause services for an extended period of time? How do we handle that? And then lastly, client retention. We want to keep people in the program for long periods of time, advance into higher levels of it. All right. Any questions on all that? All right. Quick recap. It's a 4-month program. You have your customized game planning call. You're going to have a one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have a private sales coach. You have the Facebook community and CEO trainings. 5 times a week of group support calls. Let's see where I'm at. Bonus bi-weekly group support call with Chad. 24/5 tech support. Done for you programming. An optional certification in the business course curriculum. Did we miss anything, my man?
I don't think so.
Cool. I know I did a shit ton of talking, so I appreciate you paying attention. Out of all that stuff that we unpacked, what was maybe 1 or 2 things that really solidified this was the course for you?
Definitely having the private one-on-one coach and the private coach callings. That way I know like deep down, like what I'm putting out there is okay. What I'm saying is okay. Making sure that people and clients that I talk to in the future know what I'm about. Like, cause I don't want them to see some 23-year-old kid who doesn't know what he's doing.
For sure. Cool.
I want to be able to come to people with, a different mindset, a goal for them to, one day be happy with how they feel in their body, or, they want to get stronger, be able to do that for them. And I want them to be able to trust me, not just because I'm young and I know a little bit, but because they can trust me with anything. They know my expectations for them, and they know what I'm very goal driven for them. I want them to see change. I want them to win. I like it when people win in life. I like it when there's success in their life. And that's what I want for my clients.
That's awesome. That's what we want for you too, right? To win, be successful, reach those goals, obtain everything that you've always wanted to. The main powerful thing that you said is what I wrote down is you wanted to live in your purpose. Right now, it's kind of safe to say right? Maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't, but it sounds like you're existing, but you're not living,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you live in your purpose, our heart posture is right, the money comes, the clients come because we're doing things for the right reasons, right? Now, does this check off all the boxes that you're looking for a mentorship?
100%.
Yeah. Are we feeling pretty confident that this will get us to the goals that we're looking for?
Yeah,
Are you 100% confident in your own skill set and ability to follow through and execute what we laid out with our help and support?
for sure.
Beautiful, man. Cool. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials at all?
Mm.
I'm going to share two of them with you. Okay. First one's Karina. She was making about 2K a month. Her goal was she wanted to travel, spend more time with her kiddos. First tattoo indicates when she started NLCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. Yes, that's a real tattoo. That's how big of a deal this was for her. After 6 months, she was collecting 10 to 12K months on a regular basis. She's now making 15K a month, working 35 hours a week. So she travels. She's a one-woman show. She's with her kids. The reason I showed you Karina is because roughly you guys are right around proximity, the same income, but
Mm-hmm.
her goal was family. Your goal is you want to spend more time with your future wife, right? You want to have that balance.
Yep.
So that's why I shared you her. Okay. Now, opposite end of the spectrum, I'm going to share Zach. Zach was an in-person trainer making about 40 to 50K a year. He joined us in June 2021. He now has 15 times his income. So he's a seven-figure earner, has a whole team underneath him, doesn't really do much coaching anymore. He just kind of runs his own business. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can take it as big as you want, as little as you want. Now, as far as student averages go, this is a pretty big deal. 73% of our students sign their client in month one. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So average earnings after 4 months is anywhere between 6,500 to 8K as the basic individual. Okay. Now, people are able to quit their job in about 10.6 weeks to go full time on their online fitness business. So if you're new to this space, I'm just going to set new expectations. Say, you know what? Let's push this to probably about 12 weeks to where you'd really be able to a spot to where you can fully walk away comfortably. So I'd say
Yeah.
about 12 to 15 weeks would be ideal for you there. And then of the students who do hit a 10K month, it takes them 13 weeks. So again, I'd probably say 16 to 18 weeks is probably when you're going to be hitting that 10K threshold. Okay. And of the students who stay with us for 12 months, they have 97 clients on their roster. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging 366,000 per year.
Damn.
So typically at this point, you're no longer a one-man show, right? You could
Mm-hmm.
probably expect to average 30 to 60 clients on your own. After that, we'd be bringing on like an assistant coach, things of that nature. We teach you how to lead those leaders.
Yeah.
And then our
Yeah.
program's getting scored a 4.6 out of 5. Any questions on all that?
That's really impressive. Like it's doable.
100%, especially if we're being realistic with our time frames. You can get there, my man. You will get there. We
Mm-hmm.
just got to trust the process, follow the game plan. Okay. Which
Yeah.
leads me to my next point. So we do have a 2.5 times your investment guarantee. So essentially, to apply for that or to be applicable for that, you got to attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard. $10 your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. One group
Mm-hmm.
support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more for services. So hopefully right around $400. Run a scholarship program within the first 90 days, which is only going to get you clients. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification if you choose to utilize that, and have no late payments. You do all that, show up and just do the work as our coaches laid out. Guarantee you will 2.5 times what you invest, or you get 100% refund.
Yeah.
Year to date, we've helped nearly 3,000 students. We've only had a return of 1.6%.
Which is so 98% of your students
Correct.
succeed.
Correct.
That's crazy to think about that.
So think about that. It's kind of like a no risk, right? Worst case scenario, you make your money back. Best case scenario, you 2.5 times that bad boy.
Yeah.
And it's all based off of the work that you put in.
Exactly.
This is one of those things where it's not like we can't blame a CEO or a manager. It's on you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, if I'm going to put my dollar on somebody, I'm going to put it on myself because I know what I'm capable of and I know I'm willing to execute.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cool. So the next part we're going to talk about is the investment portion. What's this thing going to cost us? There'll be a payment plan, and there'll be a paid in full. So a paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. Boom, save a lot of money. We do a payment plan based upon your budget. We'll figure out a down payment and spread the rest out over 4 months. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So before I dive in, I want you to kind of reestablish why you're on the call, what you think this is going to do for you, different from all the other things that you've done.
Mm-hmm. Now that I know that like what this is all going to be about, and um, going into the call, I knew there was going to be a ton of information probably that I was going to have to take in, but I also didn't realize how much help I was going to have with this. I think that's kind of what calmed down the nerves or my anxiety a little bit, is being able to know that I have so much resources to help me succeed in this and be able to do it full time and walk away from my 9 to 5. And that makes it feel more realistic for me. Like that I know that it's definitely doable at the end of the day. That, no BS aside, I will put the time that I need to put in to make this happen, because you guys are going to give the resources for it.
100%. If you can stay committed, consistent, and coachable, you'll have zero problems, my man. So committed, that means we're taking action based upon where we see ourselves, not where we're our current circumstance. And it means we will do whatever it takes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent means doing those things day in and day out, even the things that we don't want to do, with the same passion that we would do for something that we truly love, right? If it means that getting us to our goal in 4 months versus another 2 years of agony, we're going to fucking grind, right?
Yeah.
And then coachable. Hey, this is where we need to change. Let's make corrections here. You're able to take that coaching, not get hurt or in your feelings about it, but adjust and make this, a strength for you. Does that make sense? Do you feel like you got 3 C's?
Yeah.
All right, man. Cool. Let's talk about this thing. What's this going to cost us, my man? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. No, I'm playing. No, there's a payment plan of $8,800, a paid in full option of $7,497 that saves you over $1,300. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
Probably the payment plan.
Yeah, that's what the majority of individuals do. Let's talk about that. Okay. So you can put anything down. 2 to 3K is usually what people put down. The average is about 2,600. If you divide that over 4 months, it's about 1,500 per month, which is you needing about 3 to 5 clients, depending what you're charging.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that's something you could commit to?
I can't put that much down.
No worries. Cool. So let's
be honest.
let's take a pause for the cost. I remember you said that earlier, right? That we're paycheck to pay. So I appreciate your transparency. So let's figure out something that does work. Okay. So I think one of the better options that would be able to get you down much lower is if we did our in-house payment plan, and that would take that 8,800, but we'd spread it out over 12 months. Okay. So anything over 4 months, there's slight interest. However, if we do this over 12 months, it's equivalent to $833.33 a month, which is like you need 1.5 to 2 clients. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you pay off within 4 months, which is the length of the course, we honor the payment plan of $8,800. If you pay it off in 60 days, I will honor the paid in full amount, which means if you're out here killing it, and you pay this thing off in 60 days, I'll honor the paid in full amount. You save that $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
So incentivize you, A, to get in much lower. B, it makes you stay accountable and get this course done on a timeline. And C, if you kill it, you get a discount.
Yeah.
Is that something we can commit to?
How much would that be a month?
$833.33.
Sorry, I'm just doing the math. That way it makes sense.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. That's a lot of money, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is a lot of money up front. Just because of I've got insurance, car payments, and stuff, and other bills to pay, and $733. That leaves me barely anything. Maybe like $200 to last me another 2 weeks to do that. Maybe so. I get paid next Friday. It's supposed to be a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what it is and make my decision based off that, because I can't. There's no way for me to give that money. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm not gonna string you along. I appreciate the call, and you've given me a ton of information to look up for, and it's just I don't make enough in order to do that.
Sure, I get you. So let's take move forward off the table. Okay. All right. So I want you to think about this. Is it a lot of money? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That is a lot of money, right? I had to go through it too. Now, we're talking about temporary inconvenience to be a lifetime of financial freedom. So let's think about the positives that we do have. Right now,
Mhm.
luckily, you are, living with your girl. She supports you. She wants to see you succeed. Do you think she'd be opposed to you taking action if this means more time, more financial freedom, and less setback? More things to gear toward the wedding.
Mhm.
Think about that.
She wouldn't at all. It's the money aspect of things with her.
Mhm.
Do you have that to do that? And I don't. Like that's the ultimate. And if yeah, the return on the investment would happen for sure with the time and the work. So it would be like I would be making that money back regardless. It would just have to be. I just don't want to get another credit card. That is my only thing. I got uh, student loans coming up as well. That's
For
a
sure. So that's a common theme, a common, pain point for a lot of individuals. Now,
Mhm.
you're 23, right? If it means just opening up a credit card, right, to get you out of the shit house that we've been in for 2 years, and you're now Landon 2.0, and you're less stressed, and now you're living your purpose, do you really think that credit card is going to be a big deal?
no,
No.
no.
Right. So
Just
remember, and the other thing I want you to think about, remember earlier you said you're at that point where you're ready to make that first step. So now we're putting our foot in the water. Shit's cold, right? Like fuck, this is cold. What do you do when you're young? You put dip in your foot in the water. What would your parents say? Just jump in. You got to jump because now you're having someone that's going to be able to catch you, which is
yeah.
our team, right? So the average individuals getting their first client in week one. If you do this and you maximize this and you make this a priority, you'll get your first couple clients, right? You got that two
Mhm.
and a half times your investment guarantee. Now, the other thing that I would say is totally get that finance is an issue. We do have a third party financing company called SweetPay. What that allows us to do is we can spread that out over 12 months, but it's only 7% down. So to get going today, plus a one-time service activation fee. So to get going today, let me hold up my calculator. It's going to be $675 to get going, and then your monthly payments are going to be equivalent to $729 ongoing. So
Mhm.
$675 to get going today. Okay, course access, all that stuff. Your next billing wouldn't be until you know end of September / early October.
Mhm.
So 739 or 729 is equivalent to you needing about 1.5 to 2 clients, depending on what you're charging.
Yeah.
Now that's cheaper. However, the in-house, there's no credit check. It doesn't affect your credit. It's just
Mm.
if you make it within 4 months, great. It's the 8,800. If not, we're just paying out over 12 months, which is equivalent to really paying off about 10K.
Mhm. Mm. I do need to talk it over with the significant other. I'll say that because if she knew, she's got to know what's going on with this
Mhm.
because one of us didn't know about the money thing. That was the biggest thing. I didn't know how much it was going to cost, and so with living with somebody else, I will say I do have to talk it over with her.
I got you. So let me ask you a question, because I'm not in the business of getting anyone divorced or broken up, right? I got a
Yeah.
wife, so I know all about it. Now, let me ask you this. You had mentioned earlier that she's on board, that she knows what you've been struggling with, right?
Mhm.
She knows you. She's been with you for 3 years, the last two of which were neck and neck, right? So
Mhm.
she's very aware of your situation. Do you feel like that woman would be opposed? The woman's about to marry you, be opposed to you taking actions that's actually going to benefit your household?
Mhm.
So if we know she's not going to be opposed, now's your time to hold yourself accountable, take action, and change the circumstances.
Yeah.
What we could do is start something low and then invite her to the game planning call so she's a part of the process. But now you're showing her that you're a man, that you can make decisions, that you can lead, and that you have authority. If you know she's not going to bark back at you anyways, what would prohibit you from actually taking that next step? We're on step one. Now we got to jump and take that next step.
Yeah. It's just being able to pay that, and I know that I can if I put in the work. It's just, wrapping your mind around it. It just is a crap.
Scary.
It is scary.
Yeah, there's going to be a level of fear, a level of anxiety, and a level of excitement because you know why? You're removing yourself from the normal shit you're used to, right? So consequently, we've been in this role for 2 years now. You've adjusted to trauma and paycheck to paycheck. It's a normal fucking thing, right?
Mhm.
The fact that you could be making more and the fact that you couldn't, and you said based upon your own skill set or follow through is scary because now I don't have anyone else to blame. I don't have a CEO or a manager to say it's their fault. It's
Yeah.
really on you, right? Do you feel like your wife and your life that you're currently living is worth making that investment to produce more and have more opportunities and live in purpose? Or are we continuously going to ignore the purpose that we were given and live in regret?
I mean, no, like I wanting to take that step forward is the ultimate reason why I got on this call. And
For sure.
now that I know that what it is going to take, it is scary. It's a mind fuck is what I call it. Um,
100%.
so um, I
That's why we have those weekly support calls too. So we have a mindset coach. Her
mhm,
name's Lacey. Phenomenal. Because this is pretty normal. I went through it too. Dude, I don't care if you made seven figures or if you're making $700. You're gonna have days where you're like, man, why is someone fucking with me? What did I get myself into? It's
mhm,
normal, but you have a whole team of individuals to help you out.
yeah,
You got the cheat code.
mhm,
What other position will you ever get that's going to give you a cheat code to running your own shit and building your own dreams versus building someone else's
for sure.
in 4 months, 4 to 6
Mhm.
months?
Yeah, in 4 to 6 months, it would basically be paid off.
A lot. You'd be
Yeah.
making way more than what you're currently doing and working less hours.
hmm where do I go ahead and send it over? Where do I put that in at?
So what I would do is I'd share my screen. We collect the whichever option you're going to go with. So if I'm trying to help you save that, and I know you don't want to utilize credit a whole lot.
hmm
If we don't want to go that route, I'd probably just do the in-house payment plan. If you want to go the sweet pay option, you can. If you open up a credit card, it's not going to hurt you, dude. You're 23, right? With you being able to be financially free, you're going to be able to have those things paid off a whole hell of a lot faster.
hmm
So what I do is we're going to go on to Wave next. We collect whatever down payment. If you're going to do the 833 or if you're going to do the what did I say, 675, I would send that over. We'll do it so you can see me typing in everything so you don't think anything is like sketchy.
hmm
And then we do your agreement together, make sure that everything I promised you is in there. And we determine what start date, if you want to start today, if you want to start tomorrow, whatever the case may be.
Okay, gotcha. Let me look here on something real quick. I got to return a pair of sunglasses today, so just because I have glasses and they give me a headache,
Oh man.
I see.
Have you done contacts before?
Mm-mm.
I know a guy that had glasses. They tried contacts, and contacts was even worse for him. So it's kind of like hit and miss.
Yeah. I don't have a credit card to put it on currently.
You can put it on a debit card too.
Oh, I don't. I get paid next week, dude. I don't have any. I don't have a debit card with money on it right now either. Like I said, this is a rough month for me currently. I'm trying to be positive about it, but
Yeah, I got you.
it's struggling. Um, I don't think I can do it, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Let me ask you this: I do got an option that might work, might not. How is your credit? Good, bad, great, amazing, awesome. What's it look like?
It's my credit score right now is like a high 690.
Okay, so let's try this together. Okay, it's called PayPal Credit, and what it allows us to do is we just find out what we get approved for. It doesn't pull on your credit. We just find out if we can get approved, which means you get it. I've seen guys get approved for a couple $100 to a few thousand. Let's
hmm
just say on a hypothetical, you got approved for $900. At least that would allow us to get our down payment, or maybe it's 1,000. Who knows what you're going to get approved for? But if you're able to utilize that, as long as you pay back what you used within 6 months, it's interest free. So it's free. It's money to get you going, to give you that boost. Do you have a PayPal account?
Credit. Yeah, I do.
Go to paypal.com/credit.
Or the app. Could I do that on the app?
Yeah, you can do that on the app. When you go on that, there'll be a place where it says apply, and you're just gonna hit. It's gonna ask you apply, and then you'll just type in your information, like what you currently make, stuff like that, and then they'll let you know if you got approved or denied. Takes like a couple minutes.
Gotcha. Apply for a PayPal cashback MasterCard. Is that what it is? Or
Not a MasterCard. No. Just apply for the credit.
apply for PayPal credit?
Yep, that's it.
It says, do you want purchase payment security?
No, don't do that. Nope.